rotary cannon, which fires 20mm rounds at an extremely high rate.
Look at that!
6,000 rounds per minute.
6,000 rounds per minute. Oh my god. Hi and welcome back. So today we are discovering what are the top 10 oldest weapons America still uses. I'm so excited to see because today we have so many drones and stuff. So I am very excited to see what is still in use for maybe 50, 60 or more years. So let's get right into it. But before we do that, please make sure to hit a like and a subscribe. That would help me so much if you like the content. Thank you.
These are 10 of the oldest weapon manufacturers that America still use today. As far as weapon systems are concerned, having the best available can be key to success on the battlefield.
Yeah.
But with rapid changes in technology,
I love that. That looks so cool, this gun. Oh my god. And what is that? I never see something like that.
some weapons come and go rather quickly. Other times, weapons are so well designed and so effective, they stay in service for decades.
Machine gun.
10. UH-1 Huey. The UH-1 Huey is a utility military helicopter powered by a single turboshaft engine with two-blade main and tail rotors. The first member of the prolific Huey family, it was developed by Bell Helicopter to meet a United States Army's 1952 requirement for a medical evacuation and utility helicopter, and first flew in 1956. The UH-1 was the first turbine-powered helicopter to enter production in 1960 for the United States military, and more than 16,000 have been built since. The UH-1 was originally designated HU-1, hence the Huey nickname, which has remained in common use despite the official redesignation to UH-1 in 1962. The UH-1 first saw service in combat operations during the Vietnam War with around 7,000 helicopters deployed.
Wow, 7,000.
Nine. M61 Vulcan.
Oh, look at that thing.
The M61 Vulcan
Oh my
is
God.
a hydraulically, electrically, or pneumatically driven six-barrel, air-cooled, electrically fired Gatling-style rotary cannon which fires 20mm rounds at an extremely high rate.
Look at that.
6,000 rounds per minute. The M60
6,000 rounds per minute. So 10 per second, 100 per second. Oh my god.
One is the United States' primary armament for fixed-wing aviation. After entering service in 1959, the gun saw extensive use in Vietnam by all branches fighting in the skies. The gun was credited with shooting down 39 MiGs during the war. Since entering service in 1959, the M61 is still found on America's fighters and in the Navy's Fallon Sea Winds.
Does it make sense to fight it on such a long range? Because I think ships are mostly pretty much far apart, right? Is this still effective?
8. M14 rifle.
M14.
The M14 rifle, officially the United States rifle, is an American select fire battle rifle that fires 7.62 by 51mm NATO ammunition. It became the standard issue rifle for the U.S. military in 1959, replacing the M1 Garand rifle in the U.S. Army by 1958, and the U.S. Marine Corps by 1965, until being replaced by the M16 rifle beginning in 1968. The M14 rifle remains in limited service in all branches of the U.S. military, with variants used as sniper and designated marksman rifles, accurizing competition weapons, and ceremonial weapons by honor guards, color guards, drill teams, and ceremonial guards.
We watched one of those. That was so cool.
7. KC-135 Stratotanker. The Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker is a military aerial refueling aircraft that was developed from the Boeing 367.
Wait, you refuel the ships in the air? In the air, so they have to fly next to each other, or how does it work?
Prototype alongside the Boeing 707 airliner. It is the predominant variant of the C-135 Stratolifter family of transport aircraft. The KC-135 entered service with the United States Air Force in 1957. It's one of the 6 military fixed-wing aircraft with over 60 years of continuous service with its original operator. The KC-135 is supplemented by the larger KC-10.
If you like this video, please hit a like. And if you want to see more of me, I would love if you subscribe. Thank you so much for that.
Studies have concluded that many of the aircraft could be flown until 2030, although maintenance costs have greatly increased.
So what I've learned in general from all of our military videos is what the US produces is mostly very, very, very well made and lasts very long and is also effective for a very long time. That means, you have very good companies that do your military stuff.
The KC-135 is to be partially replaced by the Boeing KC-46 Pegasus.
That's how it works.
6. M60 machine gun. Adopted in 1957 as the U.S. military's general-purpose machine gun, the M60 actually borrowed liberally from the German MG-42 machine gun speed system, while it also used the operating system of the FG-42. The result was a gas-operated, air-cooled, belt-fed 7.62mm machine gun that was technically a crew-served weapon, meaning a team of 3 would transport, load, and fire it, but it could still be handled by a single soldier. Meant to replace both the M90...
Why do you need 3 people to do that? Is it so difficult? Is it heavy maybe? Why do you need... It looks not so heavy. Why do you need 3 people for that?
1918 Browning automatic rifle and the M1919 A6 Browning machine gun, the M60 was introduced in 1957 and was perhaps the best Cold War era general-purpose machine gun.
Look at that.
5. B-52 Stratofortress. The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress is an American long-range subsonic jet.
I think Fortress is exactly the right name for this plane. Look at this, it's so bulky.
Powered strategic bomber. The B-52 was designed and built by Boeing, which has continued to provide support and upgrades. It has been in service with the United States Air Force since the 1950s. The bomber is capable of carrying up to 70,000 pounds of weapons and has a typical combat range of more than 8,800 miles without aerial refueling.
Wow.
For more than 66 years, B-52s have been the backbone of the strategic bomber force for the United States. The B-52 is capable of dropping or launching the widest array of weapons in the U.S. inventory. Updated with modern technology, the B-52 is capable of delivering the full complement of joint-developed weapons and will continue into the 21st century as an important element of our nation's defenses. The Air Force currently expects to operate B-52s through 2050 and be replaced by B-21 Raiders.
Wow, I love that ship. That looks so cool. It looks like a spaceship even. I have to react to this ship as well.
4. The M2 machine gun. The M2 machine gun, or Browning 50 caliber machine gun, is a heavy machine gun designed toward the end of World War I by John Browning. The M2 uses the much larger and much more power 50 BMG cartridge, which was developed alongside and takes its name from the gun itself. It has been referred to as Ma Deuce in reference to its M2 nomenclature. The Browning 50 caliber machine gun has been used extensively as a vehicle weapon and for aircraft armament by the United States from the 1930s to the present. It was heavily used during World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Falklands War, the Soviet-Afghan War, the Gulf War, the Iraq War, and the war in Afghanistan in the 2000s and 2010s. It's the primary heavy machine gun of NATO countries and has been
I know this reel. That is so funny. I hope that they say the joke.
Used by many other countries as well.
It's a machine gun.
Exactly.
Machine gun.
Here, German, I want to save my ammunition. I don't want to make it too hard. And American is like, it's a machine gun. Fire it. Fire it. God damn it. We have the money.
3. The Browning M1919 machine gun. A testament to the designs of John Browning are that in addition to the M1911 is the fact that he also developed the innovative water-cooled M1917 30 caliber heavy machine gun, which truly improved upon the Maxim and Vickers designs that were used during the First World War. But he didn't stop there. He then improved his own design with the M1919 Browning, an air-cooled medium machine gun. The belt-fed, recoil-operated weapon had a reasonable range.
Is it not maybe uncomfortable to have here just one hand available? Would it not be better to have something like this or like this? I don't know. I feel that could be uncomfortable, right?
A machine gun. The belt-fed, recoil-operated weapon had a reasonable rate of fire ranging from 400 to 600 rounds per minute and an effective range of 1,400 meters. While the development of general-purpose machine guns in the Cold War relegated the M1919 to a secondary role even 100 years later, this 30 caliber weapon is still very much in use today. 2. M1911 pistol. The M1911, also known as the Colt 1911 or the Colt Government, is a single-action semi-automatic magazine-fed recoil-operated pistol.
Can you tell me what is this little black thing underneath the gun? What does this help? Is this for aiming or what is that?
For the 45 ACP cartridge. Designed by John Browning, the M1911 is the best known of his designs to use the short recoil principle in its basic design, and it endured in service for over 100 years. The pistol became an icon for its strength in battle and by those who used it. The pistol was widely copied, and this operating system rose to become the preeminent type of the 20th century and nearly all modern center-fire pistols. Modernized derivative variants of the M1911 are still in use by some units of the U.S. Army Special Forces, U.S. Marine Corps, and the U.S. Navy. 1. M1903 Springfield. The M1903.
This weapon looks very elegant. I don't know. With the wood, it looks very cool. Very elegant weapon.
Springfield is an American 5-round magazine-fed bolt-action surface-repeating rifle used primarily during the first half of the 20th century. The M1903 was one of the first rifles to use the famous 30-06 round and was the standard American infantry rifle during World War I. Due to its balance, the M1903 is still popular with various military and drill teams and color guards, most notably the U.S. Army drill team.
Oh, that was it already? Well, it was a very interesting video to see, yeah, first of all, how much things still are very, you don't, I think especially, with drones now, with AI now and stuff like this, it's very interesting to see which weapons are still in use, which weapons were used for a long time and why they were used. And in general, I just have the common sense that America used very, maybe not the most cheap weapons, but very, very effective and also very, very durable weapons that last for a long time, can be used for a long time. I mean, also they can, we watched in the Federal Nutrition video, they can also repair stuff pretty good with their ship that was prepared, although the whole keel was missing. So, yeah, I don't know. It just shows that the world is changing, but also if you have maybe good weapons, good quality, high quality, and we in Germany value high quality most of the time as well, with made in Germany. So then you are very good for battle or maybe also for life, if you have high quality product. Yeah, I just really love to dive into that and get just a, I don't know too much, but I'm learning a little bit about, okay, that is that, this for that. And maybe, of course, I will, maybe forget some things, but I think it's very important to have a general, just a general feeling for the situation. Okay, what is this? For what do you need this? I don't need to know, every name of every gun now, for example. but to know, okay, why was this used? Why is this used? For what do you need that? Maybe that is very good to understand also maybe why a war is going on in Ukraine, why they fight back, why they are now losing again, why they are now winning again. And yeah, just in general. I hope you liked the video. Maybe tell me, are there very old weapons that you still have that are maybe, I don't know, in your family since 200 years or something like that? That would be very interesting. If you have still old weapons, that would be awesome to know. And then, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep liking and subscribing, and we see each other in the next video. Bye!